Corey Lewandowski, great to see you again. Corey, I want to start with yesterday's announcement. Trump's picking senior Republican member of the FCC, Brendan Carr, to serve as the chairman of the SEC in his administration. Trump calling him a warrior for free speech. What does he bring to the table?
Well, what he brings to the table is proven leadership. Number one, Mr. Carr, who I happen to know and consider a friend, has been through 3 Senate confirmation processes and from what I understand has been unanimously confirmed by the U.S. Senate on 3 different occasions. What he's also done is prior to this nomination, he has notified the big tech companies that they are on notice. And if they continue to use their platforms to disparage or to subvert the will of the American people and specifically spreading information, which we know to be true, a la the Hunter Biden laptop story, there will be ramifications. And lastly, he is the individual on the FCC who notified Saturday Night Live that they are breaking or they were breaking the law by allowing Vice President Harris on and not allowing Donald Trump on under the equal time provision. So he has been a warrior for the right on this.
And we know that Karoline Leavitt now set to take on the role of White House press secretary. This is arguably one of the most difficult positions in the cabinet. I know you worked with Karoline on Trump's campaign. Why was she the right person for the job?
Well, listen, Karoline is from New Hampshire. I've known her for years. She's been a phenomenal press secretary for the campaign. She's going to do a great job. A very, very difficult position. The forward-facing communication from the White House all runs through that podium. We have seen what good press secretaries like Sarah Huckabee Sanders bring to the table and bad ones like KJP bring, and it really has a direct impact on the president's relationship with the media and with the American public. Karoline is very poised for a person of her young age. She's done a phenomenal job. She knows the president, which is very important in this position, and she already has these media relationships in place. So it's an exciting time for a person to go and take this responsibility over, someone who has worked in the previous administration for government service, but never at this level.
And I imagine she's expecting a lot of tough questions from the left-wing media going forward in that role. But let's talk real quickly about Matt Gaetz. Trump causing some turmoil on both sides of the aisle over his nomination for Attorney General, with some calling for the Ethics Committee findings to be released, even though there's no longer he's not a member of the House. So a lot of these investigations are probably going to end, but they want the report released. Here's what House Speaker Mike Johnson had to say about it. Let's watch.
What I have said with regard to the report is that it should not come out. And why? Because Matt Gaetz resigned from Congress. He is no longer a member. There's a very important protocol and tradition and rule that we maintain that the House Ethics Committee's jurisdiction does not extend to non-members of Congress. I think that would be a Pandora's box. I don't think we want the House Ethics Committee using all of its vast resources and powers to go after private citizens. And that's what Matt Gaetz is now. He is no longer a member of Congress.
So your thoughts on his comments there, but do you expect that this ethics report will be released or leaked?
Well, Speaker Johnson is exactly right. It is Pandora's box. And if the House Ethics Committee decides to let this go out, probably leaked, as the media is calling for, then it's a disservice to not only former Congressman Gaetz, but to every person who's ever been investigated by the House Ethics Committee. And here's the bottom line. You know, we have heard from other media outlets of what is in that report already. That is only intended to disparage and destroy Mr. Gaetz' reputation. He's a private citizen. The president has nominated him to be the Attorney General of the United States. The U.S. Senate will have the opportunity to take that under the advice and consent clause and have Matt Gaetz have a fair hearing on his qualifications. But I will say this, President Trump and our team will use every lever and every piece of influence we have to ensure that Donald Trump has the team that he has nominated around him following him on January 21st into the administration, because he's entitled to that with the mandate he's bringing from the American people to Washington, D.C.
All right, Corey Lewandowski, great to catch up this morning. Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too.